Powerful people don't experience the world the way you do. They operate inside a quiet web of alliances, unspoken favors, and invisible debts. They don't call it friendship, they call it leverage. And that's the first rule of moving upward. If you want access to power, you must understand that no connection is ever neutral. Every relationship either lifts you or lowers you within the unseen hierarchy that shapes all human interaction. Most people fail because they treat powerful individuals like ordinary people, not like systems. They believe being liked is enough. They assume admiration, respect, or hard work will open doors. It won't. Power speaks its own language, and you must learn to speak it clearly. Machiavelli understood this long ago when he noted that favor with rulers isn't gained through virtue, but through usefulness. When you are useful to someone above you, you become part of their engine. When you are admirable but unnecessary, you are invisible. So the first rule is simple. Never approach power as a beggar. Approach as a solution. The moment you show need, your status drops. The moment you show value, the balance shifts. Those with power are constantly surrounded by takers, advisors, flatterers, and leeches posing as allies. They can instantly sense whether someone strengthens their world or drains it. Your goal is to position yourself as someone who stabilizes things, someone who quietly makes life easier, smoother, stronger. You don't challenge their power. You complete it. But to do that, you must obey the second rule. Watch before you act. The biggest mistake climbers make is moving too fast, talking too much, revealing too early. Machiavelli wrote that men must be studied the way terrain is studied before battle. The powerful hide behind masks, but their real desires and fears always slip through in small ways. Their tone, their timing, who they listen to, who they cut off. You're not there to impress yet. You're there to diagnose, because once you understand what they truly want, recognition, loyalty, entertainment, admiration, you can deliver it in a form they can't ignore. That brings us to the third rule. Reflect their world, not your own. Power trusts familiarity. It relaxes around those who subtly mirror its values. You're not copying, you're aligning. If they're practical, you become grounded. If they value exclusivity, you speak in the language of scarcity. This isn't deception, it's rhythm. And when your rhythm matches theirs, you stop feeling like an outsider. They start believing you understand them. That's when your distance begins to disappear. But alignment alone isn't enough, which leads to the fourth rule. Keep part of your value hidden. Never allow yourself to be fully known. The moment you reveal everything you offer, you become a product, and products can be replaced. Machiavelli understood that partial disclosure creates desire. You want them to feel there's more beneath the surface, more depth than you show, more reach than you admit. When they sense you're holding something back, curiosity replaces indifference. You move from one of many to one of few. But this must be handled carefully because the fifth rule states this: appear modest in ambition, ruthless in execution. Power despises obvious hunger for status. It reminds them of their own climb, and they'd rather forget that struggle. So you must appear patient, calm, almost indifferent to advancement. But when opportunity appears, you act decisively, without hesitation, without apology. The powerful recognize this balance instantly. Restraint paired with intent. It signals that you know the rules, but play them on your terms. Then comes the sixth rule. Make powerful people compete for your loyalty. Nothing feeds a ruler's ego more than believing someone valuable chose them. If your allegiance feels automatic, it loses value. You must position yourself as someone worth winning. The trick is light friction, not defiance, but independence. If others with influence seek your time or respect, let it be known quietly. It raises your worth without you saying a word. As Machiavelli warned, those who make themselves too available to one master become disposable. Power protects what is difficult to possess. The seventh rule is to turn flattery into strategy. Empty praise means nothing. The powerful hear it constantly. What makes yours effective is accuracy. Don't say you're brilliant. Say your timing on that decision was perfect. No one else would have read that moment so clearly. Now your compliment carries intelligence. It proves you understand what they value about themselves. Judgment, control, precision. When you reinforce the right self-image, they associate that feeling with you. But never forget the eighth rule. Never let your ambition outshine theirs. Even if you're sharper, more capable, or more insightful, you cannot show it openly. Power has a fragile ego. Machiavelli warned that those who make a ruler feel inferior are destroyed. Not because they're dangerous, but because they trigger insecurity. The skill is to hide your strength inside respect. Let your achievements appear to serve their success. The smartest climbers conceal sharpness behind loyalty. Power protects those who appear subordinate and crushes those who appear equal. Once you gain proximity, the ninth rule becomes vital. Build alliances sideways, not upward. Most people obsess over impressing the top, but the real game is played in the circle around it. Assistants, advisors, gatekeepers, confidants. These people shape perception and control access. Often they wield more influence than the figurehead. Machiavelli would call them the invisible princes. Win them quietly. Offer small advantages. Earn their protection. They'll carry your name upward without you ever asking. The 10th rule is this: turn gratitude into leverage, not submission. When someone powerful helps you, don't respond like a servant. Respond like an equal who understands exchange. A servant says, "Thank you" once. A strategist shows appreciation through return value. You solve a problem later. You bring useful information. Gratitude backed by action changes the dynamic. You become a contributor, not a dependent. And contributors are hard to remove. Now consider the 11th rule. Master subtle resistance. Total obedience invites disrespect. You must occasionally push back, politely and intelligently. A small disagreement, a quiet alternative. It shows independence, not rebellion. People without spines can't be trusted. Machiavelli observed that those who flatter without limits lose credibility. Those who know when to say no, carefully and with reason, gain respect. The key is to disagree as if you're protecting their interests, not challenging their authority. From there flows the 12th rule. Control your visibility. Exposure feels tempting, but it's dangerous when unmanaged. When you're seen too often, your novelty fades. When you're rarely seen but always remembered, you become mythic. Step back after each success. Let silence do the work. The powerful are drawn to those who seem selective with their presence. Scarcity mirrors their own behavior. The less available you appear, the more they pursue you. The 13th rule, the crown of them all, is to always move as if you belong. Even before you've earned your place, your posture, tone, and presence must signal certainty. Insecurity announces itself louder than arrogance. When you enter a room of power, don't wait for acceptance. Act as though it's already assumed. Machiavelli believed fortune favors those who appear favored. Power respects confidence that doesn't ask for approval. All these rules orbit one truth. Connecting with power isn't about pretending to be more, it's about understanding perception, offering presence instead of pleading, precision instead of praise, control instead of chaos. The powerful aren't looking for equals, they're looking for reflections of their dominance. And if you can mirror that without losing yourself, you won't just build connections. You'll build influence that grows quietly, invisibly, until one day you realize you no longer need to climb. But even arrival is an illusion. In the world of power, nothing is fixed. Every alliance shifts. What lifts you today can bury you tomorrow. Machiavelli understood this better than anyone. His genius wasn't just knowing how to rise, but how to remain elevated without becoming a threat. That's the hidden continuation of these rules. How to keep relationships valuable without being trapped by them. The next principle is subtle but essential. Never become predictable. The moment powerful people can fully read you, curiosity dies. And curiosity is what keeps you close. Predictability kills fascination. You must shift just enough to stay unreadable, not chaotic. Controlled surprise, the quiet one who suddenly delivers a sharp insight, the calm presence who acts decisively when no one expects it. That spark keeps them engaged. But unpredictability only works when paired with discipline, which leads to the next principle. Learn to disappear on purpose. Silence is one of power's favorite tools. When you withdraw, people wonder where you went, what you're building, whether you've advanced elsewhere. That curiosity keeps your name alive. The powerful respect those who know how to step away. It signals independence. When you return, bring momentum, a result, a story, something that explains your absence. Every return should feel intentional. This ties into a deeper layer. Your image should always appear slightly above your current position, never below it. People invite those who elevate the room, not those who sink it. If you're unknown, act known. If you're in small circles, speak like someone accustomed to larger ones. This creates anticipated prestige. People treat you as who you're becoming, not who you are. Eventually, reality catches up, but impressions carry risk, which leads to another rule. Never compete openly for attention. Let others exhaust themselves performing while you build quiet credibility. In every hierarchy, there are performers and architects. Performers chase applause. Architects design outcomes. Power respects architects. If someone else wants credit, give it to them. Influence lasts longer than recognition. The most Machiavellian figures never demanded praise. They became indispensable. Still, indispensability is dangerous if mismanaged. Being too essential makes you threatening, so you must practice controlled usefulness. Help enough to be valued, not so much that removal feels impossible. Rotate your value. Offer insight here, access there, solutions gradually. Machiavelli believed rulers tolerate those who help them win, not those who remind them they can't win without help. Now we enter emotional politics, where most people fail. The higher you go, the less logic matters. Everything becomes emotional exchange. The powerful don't want blunt truth. They want comfort shaped like insight. They want to feel smarter after speaking to you, never smaller. If you must disagree, frame it as enhancement. You're not opposing, you're refining. That's how influence works, through emotional calibration. Because of that, the next rule is crucial. Be the calmest person in the room. Power gravitates toward emotional control. Loud voices grab attention. Quiet composure earns respect. When others panic, you stay steady. When they argue, you observe. Stillness radiates authority. Machiavelli taught that fear isn't always enforced through force. Sometimes it's earned through calm unpredictability. From there comes one of the hardest principles: make the powerful feel safe with their insecurities. Every ruler carries doubt, fear of betrayal, fear of irrelevance. Your job isn't to exploit this, but to contain it. Listen without judgment. Speak privately, never publicly. When someone feels their weakness is protected with you, they bind themselves to you emotionally. They'll defend you in rooms you've never entered, but never make them your entire world. Dependency repels power. Maintain alliances across levels, upward, sideways, downward. If no single connection defines you, you become rare. Power is drawn to what it can't fully own or predict. Now consider your demeanor. Social ascent isn't constant performance, it's contrast. Speak less, but say more. Be warm, not available. Polite, not submissive. That tension draws people in. Power is attracted to presence that glows without clinging. When people begin seeking your approval instead of the other way around, your real rise has begun. The most dangerous climbers aren't loud or hungry. They're calm, deliberate, hard to place. You can't tell if they're just beginning or already at the top. That ambiguity unsettles people, but it also pulls them closer. Machiavelli understood that appearance often outweighs reality. Influence is sculpted, not announced. True elevation doesn't happen on stages. It happens in glances, pauses, and quiet moments others ignore. The real climb begins when you stop chasing attention and start leaving impressions. But to be remembered by power, you must learn to exist in its world without being consumed by it. Proximity seduces. The closer you get, the more power tries to bind you with favors and validation. Many mistake access for security. But there are always two types in elite rooms: those who are useful and those who are used. If you can't tell which one you are, you already know the answer. Machiavelli warned that affection fades, but utility lasts. So you must build leverage beyond the relationship. Projects, networks, influence that exists without them. Power respects autonomy because it fears what it can't control. The less you need them, the more they want you near. Another unspoken rule: never gossip upward. It destroys trust instantly. Elite circles run on discretion. Speak less than you know. Protect confidences fiercely. When people learn you never leak, even your silence gains value. Secrets are power, and those who can hold them become indispensable. Timing is everything. Know when to advance and when to fade. Power moves in rhythm. Push too early and you look desperate. Withdraw too long and you're forgotten. Read the current. When they rise, align. When they retreat, give space. Those who can read without being told are remembered. If you want real bonds, don't only talk about success. Ask about struggle, their near failures, their regrets. Power lives in performance, but intimacy lives in vulnerability. When someone of status feels seen as human, not symbolic, you move into their inner circle. One last principle Machiavelli practiced quietly: play smaller than you are. Let others discover your influence. It disarms envy. The less you announce your rise, the faster others accelerate it for you. They'll advocate for you believing it was their idea. Guard your reputation relentlessly, not with defense, but with consistency. You don't argue rumors, you outgrow them. In hierarchies, belief becomes reality long before proof. And remember this: reciprocity is about timing, not equality. Don't rush to repay favors. Wait until your return matters. That delay turns transaction into loyalty. Stay composed in chaos. Let others expose themselves. Often the last voice holds the most weight. Machiavelli thrived by appearing neutral while quietly shaping outcomes. Influence begins when people anticipate your reaction before you speak. Eventually, introductions chase you. Your presence adds value. That's the leverage that can't be faked. It's built through quiet discipline, consistency, precision, restraint. The climb isn't the goal. Transformation is. When you can sit beside power without feeling smaller, you've already surpassed it. Social ascent isn't manipulation. It's mastery of perception, rhythm, and restraint. Proximity to power is like standing near fire. It can warm you or consume you. Accept benefits without surrendering independence. Treat opportunities as alignment, not rescue. The moment power senses debt, it will test it. Never enter a room to prove yourself. Enter to observe. Proof invites judgment. Silence builds authority. When you speak, speak with weight. Pause. Precision creates gravity. Control your emotions. Never react to provocation. Calm unnerves more than anger. Emotional unreadability is supremacy. Care without attachment. Empathize without idolizing. Detachment isn't coldness, it's protection, yet remain warm. Ease earns trust faster than fear. Use humor sparingly. A well-timed comment can dissolve tension and flatten hierarchy. Forced humor weakens. Natural humor connects equals. Leave residue. After each encounter, let them feel curiosity, admiration, or calm. Say something that echoes later. Influence isn't domination. It's resonance. Study patterns. Power signals itself quietly. Learn them and every move becomes precise. Above all, be patient. Influence compounds slowly. One day, no one remembers when you arrived, only that you belong. And when you finally master ascent, learn when to step away. Power is cyclical. Exit at your peak and you preserve mystique. The true art isn't reaching the summit. It's knowing when to disappear.